Hey guys, so I'm going to explain about who I am as a person. So hi, also hello my terror lilies around the world. How you guys doing today? Y'all been good? I hope you guys been good though. So I am a psychic medium. I have always been through a lot of mediumships along the way, because I have always been experiencing things out of the ordinary. When I was a kid, around 3 or 4, or was it 4 or 5? I don't remember much. I had met my first shadow man, or some type of shadow entity. I didn't know at first who it was, because when I woke up, it was like the corner of my bedroom. I was seeing this black box being opened up in a way that really opened up, and for some reason something was crawling out of it. And when I mean crawling, I mean crawling. And then when it came out of this portal or some sort of thing, it just started floating down and down. And my first instinct was to run, because I was like, oh, this is Dracula. So I ran as fast as I could, and I'm like, no, I'm going. And for some reason, and then when the portal opened up, I started seeing shadow figures. I started seeing ghosts and spirits, and even shapeshifters as well. My first spirit, or was a ghost, was an old woman. When I went to my parents' room that one time, sitting down alone, I felt like someone scratching on my back. When I turned, I saw an old woman. I think she wanted to talk, but I'm like, oh, why are you scratching my back? So I ran and all that stuff. It was so weird. And then for some reason, along the way, maybe around 6 to 8 years old, I started levitating. I was it wasn't bad levitations where levitating where it's oh, is this some sort of demonic possession or some sort of a thing. It wasn't like that. It was more like a calm chill where I was awake and focused. For some reason I was pretending I could I jumped off the couch, started flapping, and then for some reason I started floating. I didn't know what it was until someone told me it was a spirit who was trying to contact me, but I was a kid who didn't really understand what was happening at the time. And then for some reason I saw two fairy floating quarters 50 cents in my bathroom. I also saw a kitsune mask, which is a fox mask in Japanese. In Japan, they have these fox spirits or demons in some sort of way, but that's their folklore. And for some reason, I saw the mask, and for some reason, it kept, because I was with my backpack at night. My parents, my sister were in another room, and so I was freaking out because I was I didn't really understand it at the time, but it was more of oh, hi. And that was mostly what I experienced. And I still along, even in and out, I still see spirits and ghosts and even entities of that sort. But do be careful, protect your energies. I do say this now, my terror lilies. So out there along the way, I started having premonitions, future events in some sort. It was at the age of 20, where for some reason I had this image of this beautiful lady in a magazine and all that stuff. And then for some reason the next day during my television, it was mostly dream premonitions where you dream and it comes up the next day. And yeah, so after that I started to explore more. So I'm also, but yeah, I started to have premonitions about things that future events that will happen next day or further down the line. I also started doing tarot and oracle readings. This is more divination stuff, tools to help expand. I started doing this probably around 3 or 4 years ago. And I was introduced on YouTube. I saw one of the YouTubers, and I was introduced because I'm also curious, because I had these abilities that I had to learn on my own. No one helped me. I was the only one in my family, so I was oh my gosh, this is so weird. But yeah, I had to learn this on my own. And yes, a lot of people, they're in like the website Reddit, not promotion, no promotion, and I was like that. But anyway, so during that website, I met people along the way that helped me to grow my intuition, that helped me to grow my second mediumship abilities. And I really learned a lot. Like, they helped me, they made me understand who I was. Now, people have doubted me in a way though that made me doubt myself, and I had to really understand that this is who I am, this is what I'm made for, and this is what I can do, because I really do want to help all of you guys along my journey and path. But I also do like tarot readings and oracle readings. I also do like channel messages, like really automatic messages for what spirit guides have to say towards me. I have experienced a lot of things through like my childhood where it made me learn to explore more, made me learn to want to know more. And that made me pursue in who I am in the now. And also, I have like a bloodline of like witches and all that stuff. But I may be doing this further along the line. For now, I'm just going to be doing like my tarot, channel messages, and any like oracle messages as well. Because from how I want my like all this to go is I want to help people in order to see private, like just wanting to speak the truth, like wanting to be blunt, wanting them to like help them out in every situation though. But sometimes it could be a little draining, but still I have to protect my energy. I know who I am, and I will always believe myself. But that's all I want to say though. Bye.